to be here, Andy. I appreciate it so much. And I really can't think in the holiday season what can be more fun than hanging around with a bunch of athletes, talking about our last race, talking about our next race, and eating good food. There are so many benefits to working out, as we all know. One of the reasons I work out is, frankly, a lot of times it makes me really proud. I go out at 3 o'clock in the morning in the middle of July to run 20 miles, and you know, I think I'm kind of cool. I think I'm kind of bad, you know. Not when I'm getting out of bed, but when I'm done. You know, we have the fitness goals. We look better. Can have an extra cookie now and then if we talk ourselves into it. And there's also the physical strength we get and the emotional strength we get. People that compete either against themselves or against other people are stronger and more self-confident. I've heard people say that, you know, oh, if you can run a marathon, you can do anything. If you're an Ironman, you can do anything. And I know that's not true. We all know that's not true, but it does give us a series of successes to build on, and it gives us self-confidence to do things that we normally wouldn't do. So, for example, something you can all relate to, I decided to hang Christmas lights on my house. I don't like electricity, I don't like roofs, and I don't like ladders. And I didn't think, oh, yeah, I've run marathons, I can do this. You know, our mind doesn't work like that, but I had the confidence to get up there, to get on the ladder, to turn the lights, hang the lights, turn them on, be proud of myself, put the ladder down, and watch the lights go out. Yeah. We've all had it. I get the ladder up, I fix the fuse, I redo the electricity, I get down, I'm not any smarter, I put the ladder away, and the lights go out again. And I do this 4 times. But because we all know how to succeed and know how to keep going, you don't get to quit at 15 miles, you don't get to quit halfway through your triathlon. You keep going, you keep trying.
You get it fixed?
I got it fixed. A miracle, I got it fixed. Thank you. Running is a big part of my life, but it's not the whole part. It's just part of the puzzle, just like for all of us. We've got our sport, we've got our family, we've got our dogs or our reading or whatever else we do, but it's an important part. But there are other people that don't have those same components in their life. Their components are trying to stay sober, trying to not be addicted to a drug, trying to get their kids back from CPS, finishing their sentence in a jail, trying to reunite with their family. They don't get to shop at Whole Foods or take their kids to the park or even eat properly. And many of them, while we may choose not to eat properly, they don't even know how to eat properly. And they sure don't get to hang around with cool people talking about their races at fun parties like this. Women in organizations like Volunteers of America or Santa Maria Hostel may be there because they want to, but usually they're court-ordered. They're trying to get sober. They're trying to get their kids back. Maybe they've been homeless. Often they're veterans. They've been sexually abused. They've been physically abused in other ways. And they're trying to get their lives back together. The organizations try very hard to give women the tools they need. They give them counseling, they might give them job skills training, they give them spiritual growth, they send them to AA meetings. And it does help, but it's not the complete picture. There's 2 important things that are missing in most cases from these programs. One is exercise, and one is getting the self-esteem and self-confidence that you get from exercise. And that's why I'm here tonight. I'm representing Bel Inizio. The funny name, as Andy said, is Italian, and it means beautiful beginning. And that is the opportunity we're giving these women, a beautiful beginning. We encourage these women, disadvantaged women, to improve their self-esteem and self-confidence by training and exercising and learning about nutrition to have a better life. Their training ends up in a 5K, which they can walk or run. We meet twice a week to either walk or run or do cross training. We learn about stretching, hydration, and eating better. The women pick a team name and they get a custom t-shirt, which teaches them about teamwork and working as a whole. They get fruit and juice after each workout, and they learn that starting a program like this, even walking a quarter mile, which is a challenge quite often when we start, can be accomplished. To date, we've had 8 groups with women walking, some of them 20-minute miles at their 5K, and some of them running 10-minute miles. And to date, every woman that started the 5K has finished the 5K, and no one can ever take that away from them. This is a chance for them to quit failing and start succeeding. Now, just like myself, they're not going to think I completed a 5K so I can hang Christmas lights. But we hope that because that success is behind them, they may, just maybe, give their child a piece of fruit instead of a candy bar. Maybe instead of sitting on the couch thinking about how maybe they're just going to go get high, they'll go out and take a walk. Or they'll do something that's completely foreign to them, sometimes like going to a library. Many of the women we work with don't open up. They're tough, they've lived on the streets, they've done drugs, and they look at me and they're like, yeah, why should I tell you my story? And that's fine, but we have had some really sparkling events. About 2 weeks ago, we're a small organization, we're on a tight budget. Like I said, we give fruit and juice at the end of every night. I splurged and I got grapes. And it was after a hot workout, and there were so many grapes, and the women all gathered around. And one woman came up to me and said, Miss Tracy, you must really love us. You bought us grapes. And I almost started crying. The fact that she correctly understood that grapes meant love and spoke about it was just so cool. We had another woman at the end of a 5K. I was finishing the 5K, finish line's in sight, we're coming in downtown, and she stops. Excuse me. She just stops. And you know, you guys are athletes. It's like, yeah, the clock's running, come on, we gotta keep going, you know, we gotta get in. But I stopped and I listened to her and I'm like, you're crying, why are you crying? She said, I can do this. And I'm like, I know you can do it, the finish line's right there, let's, you know, hop, hop. She's like, you don't understand. I've never finished anything before, ever. I didn't finish high school. I never could finish my GED. I lost my child. I can't stay sober. I have never finished anything before, and I can finish this. And okay, so right then I quit looking at my clock. I'm just practically bawling too. And it was so cool to cross that finish line with her. Bel Inizio is about quality, not quantity. We have a really hard time measuring success. Is it how many women sign up, how many women finish, the speed of which they complete the race? Those things, we want quality. We can't measure those individual things. But one funny thing we measured is at our last race, we had 5 hugely pregnant women. They were finishing their terms at the Harris County jail, and so that's why they get to go off-site. And one woman, they all finished the race just fine. They walked around, they went back to the facility. An hour later, one woman went into labor, and 2 hours later, she had her baby. And I thought, man, that is a success. When you do a 5K and give birth 3 hours later, I just thought that was really good. We've had all kinds of groups of women. We've had a group of 20 women, which was so exciting because there were so many women there, and it was all kinds of energy. And then we've had groups as small as 2. And the really special thing about the very small group of 2 is it gave me and my volunteers a wonderful opportunity to really get close to those 2 women. And to that end, I would like to introduce Dawn, one of our graduates.
I knew you were going to do this, Teresa. I knew you were going to make me choke up. Thank you, Teresa. Teresa. And I want to put a special thanks out to Andy, too. Andy came out and visited with us, and that was the group of two. It was Amy and I. And everybody else had dropped out, and she was having issues, and I was having issues, and we were both at the point where we were looking at each other going, are we really going to end? He came with a very inspirational talk, and it really helped us out. And we talked about you several times, and we appreciate it. Thank you. I'm not much of a speaker. I don't have much experience, but I have a lot of experience with Bel Inizio. I'm training now for my third 5K. I have a lot of experience with the love that these ladies give us, and a lot of admiration for their time and the quality of time that they spend with us. I have been through a lot of different issues in my life. I went into the military at 17 because of issues. I've had a lot of family issues, and I've had a lot of restarts in my life, and would be successful to a point, but there was always something missing. There was something missing within me. There was something missing from me physically and within myself, and I really feel that Bel Inizio, Teresa, especially Teresa and Becky and Jen, are just wonderful people, and they have given me the opportunity to help fill those holes. I have learned a lot about teamwork, which you think you would learn in the military, but in the military it's forced upon you. It's very rigid. And with Bel Inizio, it's been a volunteer thing. It's been a want to, not a have to. And it just brings a lot of joy in your heart to be able to do that. They've also given me the opportunity. I've always been athletic. I've been a dancer since I was 3, and with health issues and drug issues and alcohol issues, husband issues, I've lost a lot of my physical ability. I lost my muscle. I lost bone mass. I just had become very puny and weak, and even though I would succeed in other areas of my life, again, there was a hole. There was a void. I would never really amount to the person that I thought I wanted to be. But Bel Inizio has given me the opportunity to do that. They have taken me from pretty much kind of a weakling started out, and now I have my muscle mass. I have my stamina, I have my strength. When I look in the mirror, I don't look at all the damage that have been done through the years. I look at what has been recreated, and I can hold myself high. I don't go, oh, look what you did to yourself. I go, wow, look what you've done to yourself. And it's really a wonderful experience. I encourage anybody that has just a moment or two, once a week, just one time, if it's just a one-time deal, come out and walk with some of these girls. We walk at different paces. Some of us run walk. I'm a walker. And just get to know some of these girls, and you will see women that if you would have met them on the street, and you can tell that you might not have want to have the conversation with, you might have crossed the street, but you will see them out there being real people. And opening up and finding themselves with this opportunity. And to see these people come out and volunteer, it tells us, hey, unlike Santa Maria or Volunteers of America, they're paid to help us. These people come out and do it out of the kindness and the love in their hearts. And that makes a really big difference to us. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, and please follow Bel Inizio and keep up. It's a really good organization and changing lives.
Bel Inizio is a small organization. We survive on the generosity of runners, and particularly, thanks so much to Andy. If you have some Christmas shopping to do, we have an artist that makes jewelry and donates it to us. All proceeds go to Bel Inizio. And as I close, I'd like to leave you with an opportunity. I invite you to choose Bel Inizio as your reason to race. Choosing Bel Inizio will improve your performance. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be around afterwards, and I thank you very much.
All right, Teresa, I'd like you to take this check from Finish Line Sports. We're proud to be associated with Bel Inizio. And like I told you, we continue for years and years to support you. Okay? All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Andy.
Okay.